moving to China. It's like this wonderful adventure.
Such a special time in my life. It's invaluable.
Foshan is rich, a lot of things to share.
How fast the changes could happen here.
听多别的国家来佛山的网媒
that have witnessed the changes here over the past decade.
They're always happy to be our second home.
Welcome to China! The first time I came to China was in year 2010, Shanghai 世博会，我工作在 Chile 馆。That was my first approach to China. Before that, I really didn't know much about China, to be honest. Once I arrived here, I was just amazed how fast the changes could happen here. How fast was the construction in China. I saw how they made preparations on different weeks or months for different topics of the show. I remember, literally like blocks before you came into the expo, they could change it, so fast. Everything. So I was just like, wow, how can they do this? That was my first experience, and it opened my mind to China. I realized I really wanted to do things related in my career with China. So then in 2014 was when I came back to work in the food business. From then on, I think my journey with China began. This was a life-changing experience, I would say, because maybe my life before the expo was going one way, and after that, it completely changed. We come to see some cherries from USA. Good, 好吃，很甜. Now it's 7:15 in the morning. We arrive very early because usually cherries is one of the first items to start. Now is the time of the season for imported cherries from the northern hemisphere, and that's, we say, the main volume is from USA. From October to February, I'm very busy with the Chilean cherries. Between November and February, I come almost every day. The main thing I do is I am the representative for some exporting companies, and what I do is I help them manage their program after it arrives to China. Cherry is a high value added product. The shelf life is not too long, so you really need to be on top of the business to see what's going on with the quality, help to coordinate, how to solve problems if there are problems, follow up, the market prices, check with the competition, and now also being a representative of the Imported Association of Guangdong, because we have many other projects coming, including trade shows. On the one hand, it's my interest for international trade and business, and on the other, we have this relationship going on between China to Chile, which offer many opportunities. That's how I got into the field. Usually, I will come to the supermarket. Here you can see different packaging of cherries. It's almost like a gift pack, right? It's ready to take home. Not only in this case it's like a high-end supermarket, but I also go to high-end premium fruit shops. I want to see what brands they have, etc. Varieties. It's always interesting to come and check what's around. Also important to have an understanding what's going on with the product in the last mile, let's say, before it gets to the final consumer. It's part of the things that we also monitor. Online, also offline in this case. The fresh fruit is very impregnated in the Chinese culture. As long as you can have good quality and of course a stable supply, then there's many opportunities for this huge market. A good example in my case, I've seen it, for example, with cherries. Chile supplies between 80 to 90% of all the imported cherries to China. I mean, of the supply from Chile. What Chile exports to the world, this number comes to China. And at the same time, of the total cherries that China imports from the world, it's the same. It's about 80%. And it's just a booming industry. I was here also before, maybe I remember 3 or 4 years ago, because at the time, one of the clients of Fresh Fruits, they had some warehouse in Foshan. They say, hey, Simon, now that you are more and more into the fresh fruit business, why don't you come here? Also, the south of China has many opportunities. And it just made a lot of sense. I just feel the south of China, in my case, and maybe for other companies, it's just have so much untapped potential. It's a big city, it's modern, and the connection of Foshan in the Pearl River Delta is just very good. One of the key things also is we thought we could find a good balance for our family and at the same time for business. Then of course I came to check it with my family and then we decided to make the change. It's another exciting China experience we had. So not only live in Shanghai, but we also now have this chapter in China. Foshan is a very interesting city, has many interesting industries. I think now from here I will have also the opportunity to do not only from outside to China, but also from Foshan to outside.
Actually, what is the most popular style in Chile now for the middle class?
Modern, like simplistic style. You think the Chinese people like it?
No.
No, yeah.
Actually, what they like from the bottom of their heart,
Yeah.
they still like the traditional Chinese style
Uh-huh.
or the simplistic style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well-
Simplistic style is very popular in China now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The Chinese styles also, they have very nice things.
They call it the neo-Chinese style.
Uh-huh.
Neo.
Neo, yeah,
Neo-Chinese style.
like new trends.
Yeah, it's the typical new Chinese style, and it's a typical local brand of Foshan.
Yeah.
So you can call it the local furniture plus local culture.
I see a different kind of desk here. This is made of ceramic. It's not wood.
Ceramic, not wood. The ceramic is whole piece. Ceramics and wood and this
Metal.
is iron, metal.
Yeah.
All this is a very good combination of your household furniture. Yeah.
Yeah.
It represents the typical South China style of furniture, or what we call Lingnan style. Lingnan means, have you ever imagined that the ceramic is part of your furniture?
And usually it's more, well, it can be like a decoration element, maybe for plants and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it's not usually to have, like chairs. I think it's the first time I see like this style. Yeah.
Keep enjoying your experience in China and keep exploring.
In Foshan.
In Foshan.
Yeah. For me, this is a new industry, it's a new business line, but I think it can be very interesting because I know that Foshan is the capital for furniture and for ceramics in China. The furniture industry and the home decor industry here offers many opportunities. Since I came back to China, it's already been 9 years. I've seen many changes in different areas. For example, in the business area, especially in the last 5 years, I've seen how strong the business development has been. I mean, China keeps on surprising me, so many things to discover. Foshan definitely is a very good place for me and for my family to live and work. In terms of the cost and the balance of the quality and life that you can get here is super good. There's a very good vibe about Foshan. For the stage of our life that we are now, with my family, I think it's just perfect. It really is.